You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Leoneans, dirty must go. And just like how for property rates and business license, FCC not the deal with cash, the service providers themselves, on behalf of FCC, not the deal with cash. So for you dirty must go, if you did any sign of return except the Central Business District when at Block 6, you did use the Smart Cities app. If you didn't at Block 6, you did use the Dirty Box app. Dirty must go, cashless.
City castle and they want
The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then at the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we they bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen to we every day. We they dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation with me and my panelists them. 12 o'clock every Wednesday now all the Liberty Online TV platform them.
Log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah, hey. Voices come. Hi, yeah, hey. Credibility, now we ability news. Give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, them focus, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, them focus, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. fly. Like an eagle we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices come. Hi yeah, the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking the security power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the view, the tell you want some. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking the security power. He count on me, count on me anyhow. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, hey. Voices come. Hi yeah, hey. Credibility, now we ability. News, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking the security power.
Liberty Online Television. Today, they bring the program count on this Monday morning. My name is Alex Lawrence Kogoma.
And this going to be a very interesting episode where they can look at different things them way go make on ourselves get understanding what exactly within they happen at the country. Good morning and one for a very big welcome. We know say when I don't get a very laxful weekend. Some area there I believe say EDSA don't begin for be generous to now. When I don't begin for get electricity. Well, for me, in my area, it's better than how we've been doing some few weeks ago where it be really terrible. I don't know if Alex in your area.
People forgive taps on the back because in July you get back. Only better try to do 3 days on July. At least for the past 2 weeks, I don't sleep one night.
Why better?
And the rain they come to the hot not so much. And they go and come, but better past nothing.
Yeah, you don't say where the season don't begin, so it can better. Although they say the water no help it, the water level na bumbuna.
You say they up now, already know they come.
Well, these are the theory they talk about climate change. These are some of the things there. This
Of
way,
course, yes,
the inhuman activity, the way now we self they do unto the environment, are some of the
Supported by
effects
the
there.
government authority.
Well, I don't have facts to
I
that.
will give fact. And then they do timber logging. They give contracts to companies then for export timber. So timber logging are one of the factors. The Ministry of Lands, they give land to people then. And people then they continue for point the environment, you know. Traditional agricultural activities are normally they still think safe. But the moment they monetize activities around canal, this timber, land business, you notice you don't get a lot of problem. Above all, the mining activities. You know, all these are government and certified activity them. So you always get those kind of things. So you're not going to take out from them. And the government blame. Then continue for because of revenue, because of resources they don't want. You notice they do land. Over the years, I don't be environmental reporter when I start this job. But at that time, the CDP be active. There is awareness. Where this regime take over, they create the Ministry of Environment. You notice the advocacy even don't die, you know, because EPA now, if we walk through a ministry, so the EPA be under the office of the president. So they make the mandate to work effectively, raise more awareness, go to communities and plant tick them. But now, even they are seeing the plant tick, you know, other people the way gliding on my see recently APC flag there, the go plant tick. I see one or two people that can just grab them and plant tick. Local government gets a coordinated system when I just government activities. But Takugama be the cry, so then they go, put that in the broken government people they land there. You know, when I even they respect the environment, go Guma, let's see. People that don't build, people that don't make, you know, the Minister of Lands will tell you this, Guma will tell you this, tourism will tell you this. Why you not get a coordinated system where they all discuss one table and get things? So blaming the people, yes, the people why the people not they go and go state house or got it. If you put the necessary policies, you implement those policies, honestly speaking, you know they get problem.
Alright, Alex, I know say but it's good we're having this kind of conversation so people go know exactly. And I don't know if they say climate change. I don't know if na denial will not be no say climate change is real. And this is July. Look the amount of rain so they get. Enough about like na July. Before now, July like this, so they into heavy rains. But now July 9 don't cancel, forget one drop of rain safe. We're not able to forget so climate change is real. So let we just know what they do to the environment. Let we protect the environment. Okay, of course, we get for do a whole show on the environment, bring the relevant ministries, department them we're responsible, so we gonna know exactly what they don't put in place for avoid flooding. Well, this na the breakfast show live on Liberty TV, and today the conversation what they can get. Like we tell on last week, it's high time we as media people set the agenda for una the citizens. And as una know, Liberty TV na a public interest media platform. We mean say na una the people and get this platform, and this platform now for talk things the way they promote the interest of the citizen, not for any political party. Liberty TV, the vision, Liberty TV will all know the story behind them. Now a story of liberation, now a story of young journalists them we just want them voice and want a platform. Also they all very balanced and unbiased conversation. So we all know 2028 they're around the corner. una, and the politician they don't begin then campaign agenda then now. So we self na Liberty TV they begin set for una the agenda for let una go know clearly how una they vote. So today we can look at Sierra Leone voting pattern. We go way back to previous elections them as early as 2012, 2018 and 2023. We try for bringing people who are electoral experts, journalists them way don't report on several elections. We don't live through elections. Follow we analyze how only the people and don't vote. Is it by tribal lines? Is it by regional lines? Is it by sentiments? At the end of the day, una don't vote for the leader them now. Una the people and back they come and grumble say the people una vote for don't disappoint una by way how they know they live up to the things them where una be agree on. Every elections una get social contract. Every elections politician they bring a manifesto them to una. Inside the manifesto they can promise una say if you vote for me I dey give free quality education for you pikin, I dey supply game books, I dey supply game shoes, I dey get uniform, and I dey even feed them na school. This go say I dey promise you 24-hour electricity, clean water, good roads. I dey solve the bread and butter issue, but immediately una send them a state house. Now different who can begin you una dey grumble say hardship dey, lights no dey, water no dey. We mean say they don't broke the social contracts, but wait them come. Una dey take them through tribal lines, una dey take them through regional sentiment. So today na the conversation this way they can ask, could they bring two people them na the studio we get wealth of experience where you talk about elections and they don't see elections. So you self where they watch we, send we your message through the comment section or any of the platform the way they watch we. We got Reverend James Lahai, we na electoral experts. Reverend James Lahai na household name, we camper election business within Sierra Leone and out of Sierra Leone. He get wealth of experience. He don't see elections na other country them internationally. He don't see how democracy then they perform na other country them. He don't see how citizens them very powerful when it comes to controlling the power we then can get to politician them. So now that make we bring on this morning as an electoral expert. They also as somebody when na own work than day for watch elections, monitor elections, talk around the issues of democracy and good governance. They will get Thomas Dixon as well, when a renowned journalist himself don't they report around elections, don't they talk on good governance, don't they talk on democracy. For now we can discuss this morning and analyze Sierra Leone voting pattern and how them voting pattern they are on the impact national development. Good morning, Reverend James Lahai.
Good morning, Khadija, and thanks for hosting me.
All right, of course, we don't discuss the topic over the weekend, and you know, one part you don't see elections way back from previous elections, them from 2007, 2012, 2018, 2023, the most famous election, 2023 elections. If we dey talk about elections, friend, let's start for Lady Premise Day. Waiting the citizen them for understand when they say voting.
Well, the issue of elections, they just emphasize the fact that authority now with the people. Now the people then get the power. And so how then they determine that power? Now the exercise of deciding who that therefore be their leaders. Because if the citizens they not vote you, you know they be leader. You know they get that power where you get. So everything about elections is about the people. Now the means that they where the people then they determine whether you will come a power and they even get the authority for remove you back because the constitution make provision for them thing and they, if you fail them. Now where it don't happen now no more say where the people they don't win. Then they hijack the authority, now the people they earn. Because then they now authority now, then they fail for acknowledge that the power now to the people you actually belong. And then they go against the wishes of the people. And I make you can see, even the issue where they talk about the voting patterns and trends, then they now the politicians, they don't machinate down so that they don't work on on the people, the mentality, to the point that people now they look now at issues, at values, at standards. Then they look now at fraternities. Now we born at the same place. Now we speak the same language. Now we come on at the same region. Even when then they see say this not the help their agenda, this not the help improve their lives. I mean, in a way, they still cling to that kind of thing. They don't mind just after the election, they begin grumble, they begin cry, you know. But then, now the cycle don't begin start soon. In fact, I not to start, you don't start. We the middle now. Because this being said, what you don't happen, everything don't boil down to politics. Everything. Nationally down at this country where they do, where they really give political interpretation to them. So that they even the hamper development. And so, like what you see, the people they need for no say, not so because now we're born, not so because now they speak the same language, not so because now we come out now the same region or district, I forgive me authority for let you able lead me. Because if I give them, then I'm emotion. Now don't direct me for that give that authority. And you know they live up to me own emotion. Where you can deny your emotion, now they rule you, now they direct you. And most of the time it can be in conflict with what's in a million emotion. So therefore, people therefore able for learn and know that not to I mean you when they come to now for tell me say let me vote for you. I for don't see inside you. Then quality the day where they show say where you come, you go do the things that we need. And in that vein, you don't come with stranger person, somebody where I know one day sabi self and tell me say vote for this. Now that not the issue where I get against the PR system where government they propose and where they in a parliament now where they discuss. Because now they take away that authority from the people. Because now you loyalty to the political party, now they determine whether you go there on the ticket. And so people they get for the votes now for people where they know if you want, you know. So the PR system, okay, they say you get plenty of advantages, I agree. But that particular aspect where they remove the authority from the people in determining who should be their leaders, now it are really they against. Because that one, even the emboldening, the one they way they carry to leadership, let them know if we remember the citizens, because the citizens don't get any role for play in determining whether they can be their leaders or not.
When we look at the elements that were responsible for them voting pattern, so we not only walk around elections, but if it's responsible for that,
if you are responsible about that, I would say now the poll self it gets a part there. Because imagine this person abandon your interest for 4 years, and then election year you see he come with rest, he come with money, you know. That you immediate need now in the override waiting get for be your status for a whole period of 5 years. And so people they use that for able for go campaign or canvass the people for feel say then are the best. And if not that kind of aspect you they take, most likely na your area then there you go, who side they sabi you, who side na your region, who side una born same district, una na my brother and my sister there, I can't tell I do, then you give all that thing they need. That day over the years, now don't start for shape the minds of the people. And equally, the kind messages where politicians then declare go. Instead of talking about development or waiting at the vision, most times they try for set tribe against tribe, region against region. Una sit down no more. Una go be there. The thing before you get to you want left and let it go to other side. You go, you know, and the people they know they able think through they can think that day. You when are we there? What do you do? They know the people know they make the politicians the account. They look for the sentiments where the politicians and they stare inside them. And that they don't go to such a point that again for be challenging. Now a massive campaign, vigorous campaign against 13 not necessary.
They just thought say against smaller tribes then people who come up from the small tribe then and or people who in the small tribe then they influence this tribal discussion among the big tribe and the country, for example, the team in the middle. But get smaller, one of the kind inside them and push this discussion.
The tribe they all linked to regions. And the region the way the tribe then they influence which party that they go in line with, or which tribe that they align with. So except for of course for like who say Kono. Who's like Kono? They not their interest. They no guarantee nobody say now for you dey. You go, you spend your money, you do this, you do that, and now they influence them. Once they don't see this say it can to Kono your advantage, they really go.
Reverend, going through looking for materials for this conversation, I stumbled on a research study by Dr. Shekwan Sumana Noni, we then at the Faculty of Leadership and Governance NIPA. Me do a study where it titled A Comparative Assessment of Voting Patterns, Political Trust, and Perceived Political Freedom among the Mende and Timni during the APC and SLPP administrations. So the research examined how ethnic they influence political behavior in Sierra Leone, focusing on the country in two largest ethnic groups, the Mende and the Timni them. The research shows say the Timni them strongly they back the APC and the Mende them strongly they back the SLPP according to in study and the voting patterns of Sierra Leone. Like I said earlier, you don't see various elections na Sierra Leone and outside Sierra Leone. How you can link them two patterns there when it comes to voting in Sierra Leone?
You know, I agree with in research findings, but I also equally believe that then things and they can be neutralized. If I can take you back to 1996, when we get to first multi-party elections. Yeah, tribe play a role there. Region play a role there. But largely, people their feelings, people their aspirations, it be stand out glaringly. In fact, what will be happening, the APC now be a non-starter. Because the northern region, you get plenty splinter groups where we break away from the APC, then go form PDP, UNPP, and all the other political parties. The SLPP not been get, the whole region not been get so plenty party there. But then you realize, say, when they vote, UNPP gets strong votes now all regions. Strong votes now west, south, east, west, and north. So which means it's possible for them we break that tradition of voting along political party lines. And waiting they cause that day. Waiting they make that day they happy. Now way an administration, they really go bad. And the people they really suffer, they smell them. And that time they know say, no, this not a broader business. That is now one aspect.
They don't reach to that level because a lot of people who don't host now go say because certain ethnic group then believe say that them party they in governance, and let things they go bad, they still they defend.
Now the disappointing thing that And that narrative they supposed for change. And una gets a big role for play for change that narrative. You know, it don't degenerate below if you wait till you they talk. Now, like we akana una media house here so. Everything we at the talk now get for be interpreted along political lines. And the na mende manu. But they don't buy them. APC don't buy them. And me don't know why the possibility that they sell me for buy me. You know? Or think they want to go talk, you go hear they say, now them brother. Now they all come under. They're not going to tell you say na lie, you the lie. Because the things that way they say, na things that were verifiable. I think them where people go able to identify and know say na so it be. So, but then just they confuse the people in their mind. Tell me say that thing where you talk na lie, or defend them, or come with the evidence. But for say me na APC, me na SLPP, I think this nine don't lead to people they afraid now self for talk. People they afraid for talk. Can you imagine highly educated people? Then go and give them a red chair for Sidon. You say I know Sidon. But that red chair get for do with your mentality. That's how people they don't brainwash their own mentality. Not to, for illiterate business somehow or remote area business. So people who are highly exposed now they don't degenerate to that kind of level. If you wear cap, red cap, you be say you not possibly like red cap. You wear red cap, you not APC. So I mean they know they countenance you now the SLPP circles. And now you make at the say, but in unfortunate way, Alex, you ask Abua for talk about that. How we will break this kind of thing? Impossible. But it requires a lot of resources. Because this is a mentality where don't become grounded. It don't become almost a way of life, a system. So for breaker, you really get for be very much vigorous in that awareness raising. You get for be systematic in the kind of message the way you carry. You engagement get for be strategic and focused. So that it's not limited to only one sector or one region or one. It has to be massive. And it is time for let the one day we get money. But most times now, we only they look to donor partners, the internationals. Indigenes, businesses in country, that they flourish where peace they. But they are not contributing to the making of that peace. Business people where they na the country supposed for give money to the media like a una so. They say, yeah, Khadija, this thing where they are paying not correct. It will bring crisis, it will bring confusion. Una raise the public awareness. That one where they work on elections or elections related activities. Una get for empower them. Let them reach out, let them go out. It will be, you know, last election. I've been involved in some activities where we target then corporate institutions, the banks, the financial institutions. There are we can go. We can first say that people they know and they understand. No, they are highly disadvantaged. Because they said they all una they do their una messaging, their una public awareness. They are at work. They're not they they're not they know, they're not sabi. Now when we go and begin educate them, especially on voter registration as at that time, they really didn't know how to go about it. And that same perception they already talk about. A lot of times now, out of ignorance, people then they follow them thing because they don't know what's actually now the issues and even the functions of the one the way they manage that say they don't know sabi, and so they can interpret anything for me by how the one way don't come instilled in them.
All right, continue for the with Reverend James Lahai. In case you just tune in, you watch the breakfast show live na Liberty TV. This morning, we dey discuss Sierra Leone's voting patterns and how them pattern they had on the impact national development from successive governments them. We get Reverend James Lahai, who is just a for in an electoral expert, somebody we don't monitor, observe elections in and out of Sierra Leone, and in one of the experts we understand Sierra Leone voting patterns. So they can talk to Thomas Dixon now, instead of a journalist, we don't report around elections, democracy and good governance na salon. And it don't see elections them, it don't see voting patterns them, and it don't see how them pattern they had on the impact national development, especially when it come to then two major political parties where they rule Sierra Leone over the years. Good morning, Dixon, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, you just don't listen to Reverend, we don't lay the premise about Sierra Leone's voting pattern over the years and how them pattern they had on the impact national development. You know, a journalist don't report on elections, don't see elections, and after elections, immediately then the transition to governance. You don't see the two political parties that we don't rule Sierra Leone for the longest of time. Then we go back to Sierra Leone voting patterns. What's now your assessment? Is it tribal sentiment, regional sentiment? Now in the play during elections?
Thank you very much. When you talk about voting pattern, a concept embedded in political culture of the people. Voting patterns can be analyzed on three different levels. You have personal voting pattern, how one individual. So when I say voting pattern, are the consistent, how person they vote consistently for one political party or for one person. So you first get for take them at the individual level, or called the micro level. How one green person, this person. So you get people that will go tell you, say, me throughout my life I've never voted for APC. Throughout my life I've never voted for SLPP. So that's at the individual level. Then you get the group level, where you go see the regional level, the district level, or the community level, how then they vote. They use voting pattern. So you get some districts where they use voting pattern, perhaps not to green. We always get the electoral map where they lean to green. Where you get other district we go see, they use voting pattern, they lean to the red. They go to call research voting pattern, where they look at demographic, like young people them, how then they vote, women them, how then they vote. All of this is important. Voting pattern not only restricted to Sierra Leone. We get even in the best democracies, you have states in the United States. We go tell you say in a blue state, a red state, no matter what, they will not vote for the red. They will not vote for the blue. So it cut across. Because democracy na a process of competition. Democracy they preach the idea of diversity, unity in diversity, not division. We go be diverse. We all get with different opinions, different choices as in life, preferences as human beings. Now in democracy they preach about. Coming to your question, Sierra Leone voting pattern is largely ethno-regional. What you go say, ethno-patrimonial system of voting. How they vote na salon. Rather than performance-based voting. So, for example, I mentioned US. In US, despite you get red and blue states, you have some states that we go determine, say, will they vote based on performance. In Sierra Leone also, you look at the voting in Sierra Leone. Reverend talk about 1996. 1996, it was purely performance was the choice. People wanted the end of the war. They wanted development. So they were looking for performance. Whose party will go come with this kind of performance? Of course, APC was non-starter. Because before the military coup, APC ruled 38 years and people say they were very repressive. So most people not go vote for APC. Rather than choose other parties, UNPP, the PDP, particularly in the Northwest, and the SLPP. So that voting pattern, the desire of people at that time, make them not being considered. But after 2002, we come to 2004 elections. Now, 2004 election, local council election, we begin to see the voting patterns, they change, evolve. We have people begin to look at regional and tribal lines. And what thinking caused that? And when people feel excluded from governance, one of the cause feel but they want to so them. They don't consider other people. So who say no fails our border day. So even the political parties, the decision. And by we tell the count to 2007, it don't become worse. But despite within this voting pattern, in the urban, research proves say, in the urban areas of the district, like for example in Bowtown, in Freetown, in Kenema Town, you can get few people where they say, and these few people, now then they change government. So you ask yourself, say, despite we have this voting pattern, why we always don't they get change of government? Most of them districts, now the few people, the few elites, like for example, the young people in 2018, young people, first-time voters, they were much more effective. You see the NGC come. Most of the young people they sway towards the NGC because they like the pattern of the NGC. So even though Freetown might be predominantly APC, but you have certain communities or certain group of people that we go think on performance base. We go say, hey, bo, I don't dare not get light. Despite me not being there, I no continue for vote for SLPP. Me picking all they go good school, they say free education. Despite me not team, I no continue for vote for APC. So you have those few people when then they change government, and then they make the decision. Just as you have in other developed parts of the world, you have states. When then they look at Kono, for example. Kono in 1996 voted for they in fact, if you want to talk about ethnopolitics, if you have a candidate on a ticket who is a Kono, they win. Na Kono. They clearly show you an ethno. In 1996, they had a party.
So you agree with Reverend we say Kono is about their own interest?
Yes.
Not about development.
Yeah, you know, well, it's about
them. If them person they
yes,
the ticket.
if you have them person we popular, we get where the people and things say they connect with them deeply. You had Abu Iyakoma in 1996. We had a political party. Forgotten the name of the party. When I win most of the seats na Kono. And we also see similar situation with C4C in 2018, where you have a person where the Kono people are deeply connected to, and they voted for that person they out of sympathy. So Kono is a typical example of ethnic politics. You need to talk my language. Or perhaps you don't treat me unfairly. Now, we've been there. You treat me unfairly. Now, let's show you I get power. Because one thing about election, where people they fail for realize, election is not just a human right. It's a tool of empowerment. And if citizens get that idea, then go know how to vote. Say this ballot will get now empower me. For seamlessly change government, we know they perform. For seamlessly change parliamentary, we know they perform.
So how citizens go use that power or that tool they will then get through the ballot box? If then thinking all centered around tribe and region, where then go na that ballot box there?
It is difficult because the culture and the pattern over years, modern political party, they even to be the things the way old people and together in the community, they don't infiltrate into them. Like the secret society, like the churches, the mosque. When people are then telling them for bring different views, now for go all way together, this political division not infiltrate into them. So it's very difficult. Except when we get now perhaps you say we get the youth, new demographic of people. We go say no change this idea. So now I make the thing where the political parties and they play with Africa mostly now poverty. And they play with poverty, they no one for the private sector develop. Because if private sector develop, how they afraid that private sector are the major employer now the country? And they afraid for express me views through me ballot. But people are afraid for express because one of the greatest motivation to politics, to politics at this country is money making. So so it's so akin. I can remember in 2018 election, some homes where we investigate across the country, put them picking them, then first time vote and then put them down the day before the election. Give them water, say drink, swear. So you may vote for this party, they vote for this party. Yes. Because then she said the picking, that was the first time in our election. Oh, see the picking and begin challenging them parents and say, no, mama, you there SLPP, me na NGC ade. Papa, you there PC, me na NGC ade. So a day before the election, what's the mama and the cook? What's what to me they feed you? This it's what they cook. If you not vote, to say they vote. Now so go do you. It's happened.
You see the possibility for look at that kind of situation there because as recent as on Friday I talked to a similar first time voter. They say you vote and my mother APC.
Yeah.
But you vote for Madabio like Madabio.
Yeah.
Say if my mother go kill him. So we'll get that possibility to look at situation.
Yes, we get that possibility the day. Once you have an enlightened society. Now I make after every 5 years. The pattern of voters they can change because now we get social media. For example, the picking that would reach 18 years now. Then they admire the guy in Mali. Go around and ask them. Then they admire Traoré in Mali because they see on social media, the development that we don't do on social media. So then go want a leader who look like Traoré. They want a leader who go bring development. Then they see in other countries. I make we call them Gen Z, they are smarter than us. So we have even the politician and therefore be very careful. So if, for example, you can go tribal campaigns now an urban setting. Now the provinces, like let's say Koidu town, for example. The Gen Z they go look you, they say, no, you should be talking about roads. Not so can't tell me about me tribe.
So then get the tendency for broke this.
They have
region and tribal voting pattern.
It is difficult to break. But there is possibility for let it happen.
With the Gen Z coming up.
With an enlightened, not just the Gen Z, with an enlightened society. Because as I tell you in me analysis, not just say restricted to salon. Even in developed democracy, you get voting pattern. But as time they go, develop democracy, you go say they not develop over time. So you have, for example, in America, white dominated states. You have the blacks, the Hispanic. But then get a voting pattern. So similarly, you get the Timini, you get the Mende, where they voting pattern in there. You get the Northwest region where they don't voting pattern. We all see them. If you look at the election from 2007, go and look at the statistics. You see the voting pattern in Western area for the ruling party. And they come up from 2007, 2012 it come up, 2018 it come up. Although 2018 getting your nuances in terms of statistic and blah blah blah, but the fact of the matter is voting pattern is everywhere. The only thing I think people begin for the vote on performance rather than tribal or regional interest.
Before I come to Reverend again, I tell Reverend earlier about a research study where Shekwa Sumana Noni from IPAM do. According to this study where it look at the key findings. Then one of them are the ethnicity strongly influences voting behavior. According to in respondents, them most men they respond consistently. They support SLPP, and most Timni respondents then consistently they support the APC. With this kind data, where this person don't do. You believe, say, the role where ethnic they identify in Sierra Leone politics, especially during elections, now the stats of the problems we can make leaders of various political parties in governance not can deliver?
Well, they create a problem of performance, lack of performance. It also create a problem of where there is lack of performance, there is what we call patronage. So If I not perform, so I go in a power. But I mean, I need perform now for I reach na Kutoro, those side people and sabi me. Me tribe man and they didn't go vote for me in next election. So it creates that kind waiting with man called lackadaisical attitude towards governance. They get the correct attitude towards governance, the attitude of delivery. So if you don't promise, say, okay, now, they can't make road, they can't give school, they can't make one hospital, and you not deliver, the next day you gonna forgo talk my language. So what's in the politician they do? And they talk, and they get all the big man and the chiefs, the pastors, the imams, the head of the secret societies, they give them money, and then they begin talker. We also what happened in 2023 election. Where a musician, when the song of the ruling party, say you brother, it was a political song here. That they show say the politics of tribe embedded, and it was sung in Mende. That is to tell the people in the southeast that no matter how, if you not deliver safe, we na you brother. If you not eat safe, me na you brother. Bidi mia. Bidi mia. We had that song. That's the prove the research right. Sheko and Sumana doctor, na a governance expert. And this they get effect on the overall government. If you look at World Bank reports, Mabel, poverty don't increase between the two political parties here for the past 20 or so years. And they will we. Poverty don't increase to about over 60% at this country. But we still vote on them patterns.
But are the citizens blind to this?
They are not blind to it. That the political culture. Political culture.
Because if you vote repeatedly for one political party, reports like the World Bank they show say poverty they increase by 60%. Then why you as a voter not for question the people?
Because one, sometimes we also as media people, they make the information available to them. If the people don't know the information, most time people want to vote based on they say informed decision. In decision they go make at the ballot box if be informed. But sometimes most of the media, because we are also part of, not forget, say we are also agents of the society. We are also part of this tribal grouping. We are also part of this political grouping. So sometimes some media houses skew the debate, skew the discussion, particularly those community radio stations in the provinces. Freetown is much better. Urban areas like Bo, Kenema, Makeni, Bombali, they have programs where discuss issues. But when you go into the villages, no, then get them community radio. What's in they talk? Now their language. And now then politicians can go, the agents and they go. Say, now you brother, this power so if you see left we, they go take back before you come to you. So this is not, it's not the in Kenya there is a book they written, the us versus them. Or it's my turn to chop. Now me turn. So it's this thing I will turn for it, now we eat. So what will they happen? They get few political class, few people the way they become rich overnight. And then the country when politics they make people become rich overnight. That country there is doom.
Dixie, look at this scenario in 2002 election. Pakaba we get majority of the western area, some part of the north, talk up to be specific, and Cambia, and also you make mention of some states in the US where you can vote on development.
Yeah.
And earlier when you talk about the Gen Z, I think it change the story or change the narrative. But I'm with the current space, which the civil society not get better voice. The media has to talk because of media poverty. They don't grip some of the media institutions. Them so then they even fake now this press attache and other attache them. You feel say ahead of 2028 the possibility for the people to vote based on development.
So we need to start and discuss with the media now. They set agenda. Now we begin for discuss the agenda we want for the play out in 2028. Agenda like water. Agenda like free education day. Is it of quality? How me go say free education? Then most of the people in governance and Pekin know they attend the government school attend municipal school for that matter. Proudly, region school and municipal. Why make government people them picking and they attend those schools? Why are they attending the British International, the American International, the Choitram, and the top private school? Is it because there are no quality? So for begin for discuss how the economy they perform. Now we for begin for set the agenda. Let us begin. It's a year now to almost a year to election. Don't forget. Or else it's like a revolving door syndrome. They go and come back na the same place. They go and come back na the same place. Even within the political parties, there are certain things who don't misconstrue. When they say you're not delegate, you're not to delegate for yourself. You're not delegate on behalf of people. Not to trust. Not to trust. Not to trust. Like you're not delegate on behalf. When you go vote for a candidate for lead your party or for be a member of parliament, you get for member you people. So it gets for start even within the political parties for get better people in their parties. If you don't have better people in the parties, now them people and they win election and they can't form governance. So what you politics don't do, you don't exclude the best, most of the best people in our country. They no one they're native for do politics. No. So what in encounter vulgar profanity into politics. We go begin discuss. So there you see somebody come out, begin cause a discussion for be civil. So then the politician call profanity. Let's see how they are among with Gen Z. Look at the issue of Kush. Kush come, you so sometimes you go sit there and think, is this a political ploy? For let we young people let not be effective, let not be for question government. We see what Gen Z did in Kenya. They stood up. We see what they do in other country, but ours are nothing. So for me, I think say what again another thing will get for where I think say get for affect to voting pattern. Now the consequences of the 2023 election.
We go Candy Dixon. That's
Okay.
a whole discussion. Not just bring in again Reverend James Lahai. You don't listen to Dixon in your analysis. What in belief say they cause this pattern with consistently citizen them na Sierra Leone research like waiting Shekwan Sumana Nuni show clearly show say the Mende respondents them fully they support the SLPP. The Timni respondent them fully they support the APC. They don't care if they deliver or not. Hence not them tribesmen.
Dixon knowledgeable on the trends, and I admire the insights them we highlight. The situation is grave because even as we gear towards the 2028, with Alex, they draw our attention to. The events that really happen, we're so glaring. No attention is paid to it.
What's the events there?
The events there, they include stifling independent voices, isolating oversight institutions, setting people against themselves. And so the situation they happen, you see this issue about elections, not to election day now, then they win elections at all. Not to election day, then they win elections. No. Now I make you the see say election day normally number register violence. Now I make you see election day people don't care much because they have won the election long ago. Right now, the electoral reforms they go on. They reforms them where you study them very well. You realize that in the try for place some political parties into advantage positions over the others. And if then reforms them go as that proposal we did before Parliament, it passed through Parliament, a lot of damage would have already been done. For instance, you say if a presidential candidate they stand criminal trial, not civil trial, criminal trial, therefore suspend that in trial, say pass after the elections, and knowing the authority where the presidency wedge, that person we don't win, he don't turn president. Whether they go call that case again, that criminal case again. And so there is the possibility you're going to have a criminal as your head of state. That issue of the threshold for where you will be declared winner in the first rounds. Currently, you can forget 55% for where you will be declared winner. And if the Northwest, the whole of the North and the Western region come together, they're not going to gather 55%. If the Southeast, they all come together, they're not together 55%. So what does that mean? It means, say, you got to reach out to the other places. It means, say, you really get for ensure, say, you infiltrate the other places for where you able to beef up your vote, for where you get that 55%. And now the proposal, we don't go to Parliament. They say because they don't want one region capture or this, that for where you will be declared winner. First rounds, you forget 50% plus one. No, not if not 50% plus one. That in the proposal of the tripartite recommendations. But the one we did before Parliament, it got for be simple majority. That if you win policy, even by one vote, but it gets an additional attachment. After that, you forget 20% of votes. Now 2/3 of all the districts. All the districts. Now we get 16 political districts. So we are talking about 11 districts. 11 districts. You forget 20%. Now they make you win. In the first place. If you don't get like that 55%, we're not clear majority, but you're not able to get the 20%. Now 11 districts, you know they be declared the winner. That's a recipe for chaos. Secondly, where you watch the voting pattern, what would you discuss? What we watch the trend? Whose political party will get the possibility for him to get 20%? Now 11 districts. Down there at the left hand to now, I know it make pointer. But just look at how voting be done they go. Now all the districts. Who that get the potential for get 20%? That's very clear. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, also you come to the issue of the proportional representation. Waiting there before Parliament, now proportional representation, not to even optional. You know, optional say discuss proportional representation as against first past the post. That's not it. The issue before Parliament is proportional representation. Let's see if that one goes through.
All right, Reverend. We will come back to you quickly. Let we just join Honorable Usman Abdal Timbo on the phone. As we all know, the All People's Congress APC party been supposed for all the constituency elections this Saturday we passed when on July 4, when I be the initial dates when them be done poll. But on Friday, we talked to the National Publicity Secretary where na CDI at Tunis we confirm say they don't postpone the constituency elections because of petitions with some members of the All People's Congress been go na PPRC. Well, after this postponement, Honorable Usman Abdal Timbo been write a letter to the Political Parties Regulation Commission when a PPRC we get the mandate for regulate the activities of all political party them. According to Honorable Usman Timbo, it a call on PPRC for intervene in this matter where they go now. On the phone we get Honorable Usman Timbo. Good morning, Honorable Timbo.
Good morning, Khadija.
All right, as I don't tell with viewers them, you been write a letter to the PPRC. Also, you ask them for intervene in these issues where they go on now in a party. When I be supposed to get on a constituency elections, when I be don't mobilize, do everything. At the 11th hour, I get a notification say them for postpone them because petitions still there na the PPRC. What really they go on with the APC?
Well, firstly, I apologize for a bad voice. I have a cold. And secondly, last year that the letter I write to the PPRC don't get anything to do with the postponement of the elections. The letter only came afterwards, and I also want for people to say my letter is not a complaint, and not a grievance, not a dispute. To your specific question about what's happening inside the APC, I think the secretariat and the leadership are in the best place for make the able answer than they. Mr. Fieri, where the publicity secretary say their petitions where people then file, so the PPRC for let them look at. You know, also come on a radio station just so the PPRC fellows have been to talk about the plethora of petitions where they receive from people then. Again, like I always say, we're implementing a new constitution within the APC. This process will go through, so we have never done it before in the history of the party. So mostly when you try something for the first time, as far as hiccups they go there. I don't tell people to let them exercise patience. At the same time with elections, especially when it comes to them petitions, yeah, plenty of them can be genuine petitions, you know, but in the constitutional draft, we also ensure say we give safeguards, internal remedies. Now make we create the internal elections complaints board. It will keep bother with small that even though you don't use the IECB, you know, the internal elections complaints board, just because you know we need to go back PPRC. And this time long caused a delay for the past 4 months we're unable to hold the next level elections. So me want for appeal also to certain people that not first with internal structures. If we not do that, then time they beat we. Look at it now, even the 6 months extension where they get the party, the leadership from it, they will do all the elections, yeah, they will do we still at world level elections. So a bit of the problem for CAB also for doing maybe the party itself, I mean the secretariat and how they run things. And at the same time, we go for look at the one where they go then petitions there. Because if you don't go elections complaints board, you don't make you complain, you lost, accept them and move forward. But for let you go back and go start the process back in PPRC, yes, you get right to. But at the end of the day, if you understand that the bigger picture is you're dealing in the party, you know, so I think that they cause this delay. But we also need to understand one more thing, that the elections are what they do, so especially the ward election will come up from that the most difficult election at all levels, because now what we call a universal suffrage or all mandate vote. But coming to the next level of the constituency, a closed election when only delegates can vote. Some sign are 50 people, some sign are 30 something, some sign are 60 or maybe 70 people. So it's really controlled. So if we get the register and clean, the delegates register clean, the candidates register clean, they will not get problems moving forward.
These issues where you they explain, one go and say na internal problems the APC they go through, honorable. Why a lot of people they take their issues there to the PPRC?
Yeah, because the PPRC are the regulator. Like I said earlier, I think for accept what the internal elections complaints board they do. Let me make we establish them. Let me create them inside the constitution. But people still feel like, oh, they're dissatisfied, they're not happy. It just seems like when you go to court, you get case in a high court, because you know in the high court, so they go appeal court. You come out appeal court, so they go Supreme Court. Yes, you have a right, but finality need for the you still get to accept, say, okay, if we internal structure don't give this guy ruling, let's accept it and move forward. But just because we decide to go back to PPRC, because you have a right to do so, I don't make don't do so with it. So
is it a deliberate act for delay the party from doing on an activity? Because when I get a timetable, when I get a timeline where they're out there, and even the PPRC directive where they work with now, where they be extend the mandate of this current executive to 6 months, it expire by August now, just a month away. If up till now people inside on a party they go with petitions where for they don't conduct constituency election and try for go to the National Delegate Conference and get a flag bearer, also you see the issues they are coming from.
I for say it's the debate for the and at the same time I for say maybe some people it might not be the case. But some people that get genuine cases, like I said, are the right. But beyond that, you need to look at the bigger picture and see say this thing they put to be in. The APC's internal fight not only bring the solution to the problems of this nation. We need to come out very soon, come out as a unified party for face the competition with the SLPP and for several people from what they happen so that this nation. So me, I think, I know I for say it's deliberate, but at the same time, I just want to appeal to all the petitioners. Let them look at them as well. At the same time, appeal to the parties itself, the secretariat, because some of these complaints might be genuine. I don't know the petitions where they bring them. I don't know the contents of them. But whatever it is, let's at least do things with transparent. Like I say, the delegates list. Publish the delegates list in time. If anybody get any objection to them, let them bring the objections and let them listen to the objections and within the party see how they rectify the objections and to the list and to the delegates list. Come to the candidate list, publish the candidates list. So if I name not they over feel like say they don't put person in name inside, you go clear them in the day. But the secretariat has to give enough time. It has to be transparent, the process. I sure say once you don't do that, it will reduce the number of petitions where they come.
So all them problems they are now because the secretariat they do the things the way they're supposed to do, i.e. being transparent, publish voter list on time so that everybody go see in name. Now that's the result to all of them petition there going to the PPRC.
I know they say so because the secretariat publish the delegates list. Maybe the final voter list, not the final candidate list, come out yet. But sometimes where people we don't see them get objections to the delegates list bring in complaints. Sometimes not listen to the yet. Or maybe they're not still satisfied with the objections when they bring up. So that is why they take the objections and go to the PPRC. Because from waiting I hear the public relations man, now PPRC they talk shit on our sister station or all that. There are petitions that for do it, change of names at the delegates list. These are issues where the party, the internal dispute mechanism supposed to will handle. But sometimes they don't go there and not get the response where they get, or maybe they feel like if they go there, the time is not in their favor for make they stop the election from going on for the address them here. That is why they go to PPRC. So all these things have to be looked at, but I don't know exactly what's in the inside the petitions. Or somebody got issue with the delegates list, somebody got issue with candidate list. These are legitimate concerns that people need to look into. The secretariat, the complaints board need to look into. Because the elections, the IEMC will only conduct the elections, not so they work land day. Then I for just conduct the elections. So the Secretariat and the Internal Elections Complaints Board are supposed to be more proactive for dealing with the issues here. So.
All right. Many thanks, Honorable Usman Timbo. We talked to it this morning concerning a letter where you write to the Political Party Regulation Commission, drawing their attention to some of the issues them where they happen within our party, the APC. Now, be a pleasure for getting you on the show this morning.
Always. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Well, that's now Honorable Usman Timbo, an aspiring flag bearer candidate for the All People's Congress. He be raised concern, but a letter where he writes say the PPRC for intervene in some of the issues there where they happen. Now the APC currently, as we all know, the APC postpone again the constituency election we supposed for to happen on the 4th of July when have been this past Saturday because some set of people and be going again at the PPRC and Kergo petitions. As of Friday, we'll talk to CDI at Tunis, when the National Publicity Secretary, he said they don't know waiting there inside the petition them, and then they wait for PPRC for call them as an executive. Let them go tell them waiting at the cases them where the members then Kergo and the PPRC as a petition. We will try to forget CDI at Tunis sometimes this week for can explain waiting at them petition there and how they're not able to resolve them. And if then go get a new date for all the constituency elections. We will continue the breakfast show and we still they look at the big topic for this morning. We they assess Sierra Leone voting patterns and how them pattern they are so they affect national development. We get Reverend James Lahai and Thomas Dixon between at the studio.
All right. Before we go on the phone line, Reverend will make a point and you still believe, say, challenge still the particular ahead of the 2020 election. You make mention of the PR system and other systems that we presently this government to introduce. On a civil society, you don't walk around election, you don't walk around governance, advocacy, and democracy. What are these structures, what are these policies, what are these strategies where you feel say go affect the space for make dialogue not take place and get perfect elections?
Well, me feel say government get for come out clearly for prove to citizens that they get for be very democratic moving forward, even in the governance space, and well, even in the electoral processes.
So now that would make you feel safe. For example, the law in a parliament rate of about 20%. If we get now 11 districts.
That day, na the bill and the way they don't care go na parliament. Then they know too, which is parliament don't already get the first hearing. Parliament don't write to the public, say we don't get this bill before we for discuss, but we also want una the public for make inputs. So send your proposals. Organizations that we don't send their proposals. But the other issue is whether Parliament will actually take their proposals where citizens and organizations don't send to them in relation to concerns we then get about the content of the bill.
You say you left free for we look for the political party where we get 20% in 11 districts. And you don't walk around election both inside Salon and out of the country. By your experience, by the two political parties, would I say that forget 20% in 11 districts?
Alex, I mean the teacher don't give assignment. Then you ask the teacher that same question. You already answer the question for you. Wait for me. No, wait for me. When I go into archives, when I watch the voting patterns over the years, we get 16 districts. When I watch how there 16 districts, how each political party, the main political parties, the votes, whether they score, now each of their districts.
So if I can
over the years, when you don't do that, you go able for answer that me question we I don't put to una.
Because no will come back and possibly analyze. So if I can give you play devil advocates now, if you see the people and get a strength.
That's the task you have. When you say that you get for back up
because I didn't have power now and I don't take this document na parliament. So if it's in a mixed space for make them continue for them have power.
I want for let you know say governments they don't have power, political parties they don't have power, they lost elections. In 2007, SLPP lost elections to APC. We APC na them be in power, na them be manage everything. In 2018, APC lost power to SLPP. And so reforms they go on now. Let we begin focus on their reforms where they go on now. So that the law not create the situation for let particular party or candidates get advantage over others. Let's just bring an example so that maybe you able to understand me better in the public. In Benin, the elections, the law the way they make for go pada the election. In the first place, the law there be so much that it disqualify most of the one they were competent enough for challenge the government candidate will be stand. So they're not able to stand at all. And they make the law in a way where even the one where they stand not go able to forget authority at all. Now the president, the outgoing president, I don't know, say when you don't come on a power, even though you post in a win, the tendency say go dance to the tune side. They don't make the parliament by camera. They don't get the upper house. They don't get a senate. And that senate they people they appoint for they are not elected. They are not elected. And they make that incessant way they go as outgoing president, and go there na that senate day. And the authority, it pass the authority of the parliament when they come. So you see what they tell you about how you can use the law. Because when they go through that, they now lawful. You know they are against the law. They don't fulfill the law. But it's wrong. So at that they say we get for look at. And at that side we government get for be sincere. And at that side parliament get for be parliament. Like when Thomas with the talk, they're not there under on their own tickets. Then they as representatives of the people that will put them at their position they need. So let them consider that day and let them really look at that law we did before them and take decisions we go in the best interest of this country. Because all them things and when they look at them, if you say that way you go just pass from all, those are triggers of conflict. Because it will create dissatisfaction, it will create a situation outside people that feel say they don't push you to the wall, and we will come back and we'll get for do things that we go able to make this country and this in peace, we able to sustain it.
So looking at the laws already right now, looking at the scenario you don't get, but Benin and what happens so now, if you see the laws already can go through, Salon will experience electoral challenge.
Me don't put the word out to government and to parliament for let them play the role in the manner we go best serve this country. We not get other country. Now this that the country will get. If we implement best practices, if we create a situation where people they get confidence, say their voice is heard, I mean, we go live peacefully. We go live peacefully. Now God in grace. Now save we 2023. Let's tell you that. And the leadership strength where President Bill gets. Now that they save this country. Because when you see APC be boycott governance, that boycott not before go indefinitely. It must for not result into something maybe far more sinister and destructive. But the president was smart enough for allow their suggestions the way they come out with for go through. Possibly, if not be some other political leader, he go say, I don't win, I don't win. What's that thing again? I don't win, I don't win. If they fail for realize, say, you don't win, but you get a good section of society, we're not glad for that win when you win. And then they go bring chaos. So now I make, let we learn a lesson.
Reverend, let's go back to the voting pattern. The two regions and the two main political parties strength, SLP Southeast, and some aspects of the Western area where they don't begin to take small. The APC is strong now the North and Northwest, and also some aspects of the capital city again where they believe they can get like 60 or 70%. In terms of the two regions and then two popular regions, Southeast and Northwest, would I feel seeking flexible mostly Dixon talk about what will happen in America will get state owner, for example, in a red state, but many a times when developments come, there's a lot of votes blue because we like this policy agenda. Whose region in Asalo flexible in terms of assessing agendas, you know, this president this possible be president, he go bring development logo for her.
For that answer that you question, I get for you scenarios. For tell you say the possibility say people can vote against them two political parties here now then stronghold them. It exists if the right conditions they exist. Imagine APC in the Northwest in 1996. People preferred to vote for UNPP and not the APC. And you see, say PDP decide for side with SLPP. And then we come into 2007. 2007, a new party emerged, PMDC. And when PMDC emerged, it not only sweep plenty votes, now SLPP strongholds, it also pitch tent with the APC and APC win. So I want for let you know say that possibility they exist for let people they express the genuine political will if the platform there for them. Now I make a say there is need for resources to be made available to the media, not all kind media. That way now problem that they create rather than they put the country first. That's what they are the talk. And their organizations will not get track record for say they get integrity, they're consistent, they need for be empowered. So that we really go on a massive, rigorous and aggressive campaign where they reach every corner. When the people they know and when the people they informed, it is difficult for politicians for manipulate them. When you they go talk to the citizen, and this citizen don't already get a lot of education on the issues when you go for go brainwash them, they ask you critical questions. And then critical questions, they send you back with your tail between your legs. The thing where they thrive on, now ignorance, where the people they don't know. And now that kind of thing, the two political party, they hold strong. No matter where you see that they so APC that they made them plava, their policies are not the same. They don't want the people for be educated. They don't want the people for know the issues. Because that's when they thrive. They make or for break that chain. You know, it's like a chess game. The two giants there, they'll enjoy whichever way it falls. It's us, the people, who suffer.
I love bringing Thomas Dixon. For Reverend, the two giants them in words when are the APC and SLPP, they enjoy so much peace whenever they at war among themselves. Now that thing they can feel the hate on that. And especially during election time, then campaign messages can just position the people in mind fixed, say, like I say earlier, say you brother na you brother, you prefer you vote for them.
The mindset of people, as I don't see, it don't develop over the years by so many factors. And that don't create I'm not going to say so much problems, but it don't create a pattern where they see cynical. We know they help we for come out of this form of this state who they in. We haven't talked about so many things, and I think say a good follow to light on them. You know, when we talk about election integrity, electoral integrity, it means a lot. It means we get forget clear law. Laws that we clear are for conduct election. We get forget standards of counting and tabulating results transparently. We get elements that really lead towards electoral integrity. We get contestation. People can get for contest fairly on a fair ground. You get participation. People are able to participate. You get deliberation. People are able for discuss. One man not for able for monopolize the media. They get adjudication. When they will get problem in 2023. The laws they're not clear. Even outside the laws they clear, government they try for ban and for suit himself. Adjudication, if I lost election, also I forgot this idea of electoral justice come up. The mistrust. I think Dr. Nuni also talk about the mistrust in the political, in institutions of the state. We are in the people. So we get a greater role for play as media and civil society, because people for the background of the 2023 election, they discourage people, say they don't get voice. What are they go vote for?
Yeah, earlier you want to talk about that.
Yes.
I just use this opportunity to ask you this question. We'll talk about the voting urge. Citizens then for go to the ballot box. With what happened 2023, also left way as a people.
So as I said earlier, voting for be a tool of empowerment. I for believe say me vote for able for give me what I want. If I go vote, then somehow I believe say me vote and not contam. It erode the trust we I get in the system. So now end up happen to there is trust erosion in the system. People believe say what I go vote for. Well, I believe say me vote and not counter. We are still talking about disaggregated data. When you look at other countries, look at Liberia. Look how Liberia conducted elections. The electoral commissioner and commissioners, when they did the election, they did it district. You see the blackboard, the whiteboard, big one at the all. Televised they on social media, they on everywhere. What they call Maryland County. They put the result. You see what in this case. So there is an Excel, ordinary Excel. How then they put and they calculate for yourself. Take it reach down. They give you the final result. So even the political parties, by the time they reach, when me as citizen, I see me result, the votes are me district and the place or me polling station and the place are the Siam. But we are here in 2023 where some people they say they grab them at the Tale Center, district Tale Center, then grab them observers. So una come on here in the district Tale Center. In Ghana been get problem with election in 2012. The Supreme Court a rule in Ghana. Now it is same thing will get so tripartite. The Supreme Court makes some statement away for enhanced electoral integrity and transparent election. Where now in Ghana, the district level or the regional level, the person at the head of the election, they declare parliamentary results them based on aggregated data the way they don't get. Then the chief electoral commissioner they look at nationally based on that aggregated data. Hey, they didn't have blackboard, now whiteboard. Who say all man they see. So if they call, you go see the party agents as they call say, hey, Kenema constituency so. Then we also they see electoral reforms where the ruling government they do, where you go say now for favor them. You know me, I'm a journalist. I'm not a civil society activist. Where you look at data, where election data, election voting results over the years, you know that 20% na this can go favor. We all know this because the SLPP, the ruling SLPP has district where they will get votes. Because district like Cambia, you have minor tribes like Soso, we go tend for vote more for the SLPP than they vote for the APC. District like Kabbalah, Koinadugu, the SLPP go get more votes than the APC getting votes in Kailanbo and Pujao. Perhaps outside the APC go get more votes in the south, you go see na Moyamba because of the EB area. So you have these things they favor them more. And outside government they make reforms the way suits them. Then there's a problem in elections. As he said, that God help we. Would they see globally democratic backsliding? Globally. In our West Africa, in our winner, we don't see coups supported by the people because they no longer believe in elections. So we have to be careful as to what you put and what you not put. Yeah, people that they talk about PR. PR is good. But I tell you the form of PR where people in the argue about those who are favoring PR. I don't tell people they say me, I go favor PR, it depends on the type of PR. You have a PR then called the party list PR when now they practice. The party don't remove the voting rights, the power from who the people them. And then they choose, and they go choose one unpopular candidate, and put a number one at the list. Then they go vote for party. We have what we call the open list PR. We are in as a voter. Where they go vote, are they vote for the party, are they vote for individual candidates? When I in the practice in Brazil and most of the South American countries. So when they say PR is being practiced elsewhere, it's more practice in the world than constituency based, ask them the form of PR. Now the one where they take me power from me as voter, or they are the one where they empower me. Like in Brazil, you vote for the individual candidate. So if the party go put Mohamed Vandi number one, Nabu, Mohamed Vandi not popular. The people get right for vote for Sir Thomas. Where they not the last. If now in them vote for more, automatically that Sir Thomas can number one, Mohamed Vandi go last. So the power come back to the people. Then you get the one now, after that, not just one of the open list, you get the one where they vote for the party, whether they distribute nationally. Forget minor groups. The arguments about the PR now that we can forget smaller parties. But we still say the constituency give with smaller parties in 2007, they bring PMDC kind of parliament. Constituency brought PMDC. Constituency brought NGC and independent candidates in parliament. So this PR, the PR did not
this
do that.
Type of PR, the SLPP they push, is about self-interest?
Yes, it's self-interest because the SLPP has been more successful with a PR system than constituency-based election. The APC has been more successful. Go do research. APC don't succeed with constituency because you get communities in the southeast, like the Kisi 10 in Kailao, the Kisi area in Kailao, where can 10 for vote for the APC. If they get a good APC parliamentarian, I wouldn't give them. They go vote for them. So all of these, the SLPP watch at them, say no. But we also see the SLPP do inroad in West Senegal in 2018. Under constituency-based election, they won 3 seats in Aberdeen, normally, and Godrich. So why are you removing this? Just because you want to stay in power. And if you say you stay in power and they make the the election, they lack integrity, what you they do? They make the man we believe say Sierra Leone don't change government in 2 occasions. This time no go we no go able for change government. We no go able for make a decision right. We no go able for vote for the right person. That is how you begin to bring other chaotic elements into politics. We will not need at this time. So for me, I think say reforms that are geared towards upholding electoral integrity, reforms that are geared towards enhancing electoral transparency, those are the reforms that we for the push.
If the president be willing for bring the reforms then?
Well, the reforms are they go to parliament now. You go no say there is not the ruling government not willing. Look at the reforms when they go to parliament.
But in the
that we get 50+1. Yes, 50+1 is the vogue across the region. But that district where they say you forget 20% district is not there. 50+1 is the vogue. Because electoral expert in say 55% is too large a number. Even 50+1 for let political party get 50% in Sierra Leone, how the political map is difficult. So they say you can lower to 50+1 as it's happening in Ghana, in Liberia. But the 55%, we don't use them for the past election since the introduction of multi-party democracy, and it has worked well for us. We have used that to change government. We have used that to repose confidence in government. Former President Kaba had 70%, but this 55%. Because maybe he gets a government where you go say everybody they see safe na the government. Then you got people in the West area we look at and say this part don't work. They get a point. Let allow one. Let bring development.
So why is the SLPP scared of the constituency-based election? Is it that they don't get confidence in the things they will then do for the 10 years where then go down in governance by 2020?
They are scared of the constituency-based election because of what happened in 2018. They want the popular vote. But in parliament, the opposition will get more seats than the ruling party. That now make them scared. And if the opposition get more seats in parliament than the ruling party, it can be difficult for the government pass in programs them. You get for do lots of lobbying, which is not bad. It's democracy. Before this election at Ghana, it was the same. The Nana party get 9 win popular vote. But in the parliamentary vote, the opposition will get beaucoup seats. So it's how you lobby, you talk to people. And in a democracy, chairman they say checks and balances. So what we saw a scar in democratic conscience in 2018. The 10 members of parliament will make APC get more seats as opposition. Then we are removed by court. All that now erode the trust in the judiciary. We make, for example, Samura Kamara say, "I go court." APC say, "We go court." We participate in governance. All that you got the trust in the judiciary, because in other country where you find out say a particular candidate not being qualified for contest, you send the order what we don't see in other jurisdiction, then they order the rerun of the election with another candidate.
You say the APC comfortable with constituency-based elections. Yeah. Is it that now them performance then can get confidence on say, I don't deliver for the people? For example, 2012 to 2018, President Nkrumah been famous for roads, infrastructure.
Well, that is not their performance. It's because when you watch at the constituency-based election, Western area, for example, when a strong goal of the APC gets more seats. Then even the APC do what we call political gerrymandering. Then create some districts them and create more seats for themselves. So we call that the political gerrymandering, getting more seats for yourself. So now it's not because of development, the constituency. Constituency should be with the people at the constituency. This now I want me MP for go talk this. But with the PR, so you not even know that the MP. So many you don't know who's at the constituency, you don't know. And the sad reality is, when you go at the lower level election of them political parties, it is conducted based on ward and constituency elections to get delegates. But at national level, we are doing proportional representation. What do they do? Would they deliberately take power from the people them? Who give to Bayasane or who give to Jimmy Batilo Songai? So Jimmy Batilo Songai na go determine say, hey, Alex, la puta number 1 na Kenema. Whether the people like Alex or not. Yasane go say elect Thomas Dixie, la puta number 1 na Western area. Whether the people like me or not. If they go vote for the party, well then I get the party vote. Now me they get them. So who that for go all accountable? Like for example, they get law at parliament where they want pass what things say this law will affect either me Pekin or me community. I not sabi me member of parliament. I not sabi who that for all accountable. At least the constitution. I'm not against the PR. It has its advantage. I don't tell you say if they count other forms of PR, perhaps we will say okay, let's look into this. Maybe this go give unity. But even the argument in 2018 for PR, that they can give smaller party a chance, who not see them? That they can give independent candidate a chance, who not see them? Rather, we saw this with the constituency-based election. We saw in Kailao, there are the 2 independent candidates will go parliament. Because the SLPP were popular in Kailao, they refuse the one where the people elect. They not get a symbol. The people let tell us say go form your own party. We saw here in it was in 2014 Frobe, when APC was in power. There was a local council election. The SLPP candidate won. So you give it other the people elect. Sometimes the people elect their own choice, but no can begin to tell you a party. Now they go. This is the problem. It is a serious problem, and we get for deal with them before they meet the 2028. If we not deal with them, there is possibility we get voter a party. People then go say no, but me vote last year, no content. Yeah, no vote again.
All right, so let me bring in the electoral expert now. For Dixie, me believe say the power slowly they come out from the people because now then the people get the power for give this mantle of leadership to the political party them. But based on the forms when they go now in a parliament, especially pushing for the PR system, it clearly shows say the power slowly they come out from the people.
Not so slowly, not speedily. Not speedily. The change from constituency-based elections to proportional district block representation, it became like an emergency.
Yeah.
There was no consultation. It just came as an instruction. Even when we have started the electoral process on the basis of constituency-based. So midway in the game, we had to change the rules. But one thing I don't want miss out, where I really want to talk about Khadija. Now the fact that with political parties, now noise they get. With political parties, now they act as political parties. Now sensation they get. Raise noise, raise this. And then they fail for do the things that they're supposed to do as a political party. Every political party supposed to behave as a government in waiting. But that's not what we are seeing. For example, now the police station, when they don't count, when the presiding officer don't sign all the political party agents they don't sign, then they give one copy of that paper to the political party. And we come to a point, the Electoral Commission say, well, law not tell me say I for produce this, and law not tell them for produce. So it left to them for produce or not for produce. In the face of that, who see now it fall back? The APC had nothing to show. And they had agents. Ghana, before even the Electoral Commission, they get data. The political parties, they don't get the data.
Yeah.
That was why the government candidates,
Vice President.
yes, the vice president who was running, had to concede. He said, because based on what we don't get now database, they don't the opposition don't win. That is responsible political party attitude. But if the Electoral Commission not do this, you have no fallback, you have no nothing. Yesterday I've been there na AYV with one minister and one PR person for the APC. And the APC possibly they talk say they not involve them for the census business. I mean they see that they as very funny. Because me no say the census structure, more like the technical committee, they go always bring in political parties, especially political parties in parliament. There's no way they can sideline them. What are those people who are in those committees doing as a political party for inform the public about what is going on about the census? Nothing. Nothing. And yet they want power to come in on a silver platter and give it to them. This is all because of the manner in which they don't work on the mentality of the public, where people know they look at competence, they know they look at performance, they just they vote on sentiments. Now that make the flag bearer and Roboku. Yes. There is some name where they say one be flag bearer. You had the point for the country. What if they give confidence to them people and they for say then they be flag bearer? Now because they don't see say they don't derange the mental of the people. So everybody now feels he will be president. We really have to do something for change this narrative as a country.
Reverend Dixon, they talk about people do not get trust again for vote. For example, some of the things they happen now. There is this narrative where they go down the streets, them free trial other parties, them say, we vote, now it's man in the vote. It's man in take decision. We don't come to vote. You don't come across a statement and they realistic.
No nonsense statements, Andy. I thought which one they vote. I thought which one they influence vote. Political parties, and then they influence vote based on how serious then they about the votes. But people they rely on this na me brother, na me region, na me tribe, and they are comfortable. They know they take practical steps. Let me tell you, elections are science. You dey read elections. But ask the political parties, let them tell you if they really get a database. Like how Thomas they talk about the demographics. Which possibilities exist here? What vacuums are there that we should work towards? They are not. They are not planning. They are not strategic.
So if it's not the
they just the above on the fact that when we are APC, they go vote for Mina Bobali. When we are SLPP, they go vote for Mina.
It's not that they affect the governance output.
Exactly. They affect the performance. The manner in which you come to power, they determine what effort you go make for satisfy the people. and their needs.
Oh.
And then they make the CC, even the development trajectory of governments where they come. Focus on priorities. Like that way we do economics. You get it through, they say scale of preference. They say because human ones are so many, but the means to satisfy those ones is small. So you look at the means and then now prioritize what your desires are. So you go see say decisive where they don't need road. Now they go make road. Not because you patronage the cow Thomas messages no. It's not about impact. It's about patronage.
Area of impact.
And I make not lost this. When something is good, you have to say it. That McKinney Town Hall will take place. I'm very impressed with that. I'm very, very impressed with that. Outside the public, the community, the people, the president, they sit down before them. Then they ask them questions and they respond. They not seem for be intimidated. They not seem for be in an atmosphere of fear. If we are going to continue to get those things, I think that's one solution for us.
That area of impact, a few weeks back, we get another journalist and I salute Janjalo to make mention of some flag bearers. We mentioned like two, one Dr. Ibrahim and one David Senge. So then why don't go on the ground, try for not to affect the people them and bring the issue them out. If you say ahead of 2020, we'll see that kind of situation where candidates and they go on the ground, understand the people them problem, and come also one for address these issues come after 2028 election.
My fake Jesus stand. All thing that they work on are emotions and sentiments. When the people they tell you say that they desire that this they want, they say I go do it. How for do it? You got to explain the opportunities where exist where you exploit. For let that thing where you say you go able to do, where you go able to do. Let the people then see a kind of pattern for say the thing where they say get the possibility for let it happen. But no, I can't make bridge. Is it difficult to say that? And you can't make road. Eh?
So that is just political statement then.
Aye. If you say you will be doing this, tell me how you are going to do it. And then I watch what you tell me the way we say they do it. And then I'll be convinced. I see sense for this so. And it can happen. And that will give me confidence for vote for you.
Just still looking at the 2028 election, you make mention that the political party not even get statistics like what Dixon talk about demographic or political party strength, and looking at the way things they go now, we don't see the current government 2018 and come with the free quality education, make a lot of promise Lunge Bridge and others. The former government again make a lot of promise and some of them say they not achieve You see a change ahead of 2020. You see a change in terms of development, in terms of delivery. You see say we'll get a change now, say people then go be very strategic and deliver us and take power.
The issue of whether development will take place and change will take place, I believe so. No more. It's difficult for appreciator because of the home challenges, the bread and butter issues. But when you look at what's in the happen globally, we are not an isolated nation. Anything when they happen globally, it affects we all. But the fact that they continue for able to exist, will not find yourself in that kind of crisis situation. I think we go applaud Andy. But let me tell you about going to this 2028 elections. Let political party then begin show seriousness. Let political party begin come to the public and talk to them about the thing that not of us say when you can you make say that's the way they go do it. If you wait other people say and say fine, you say you know fine. That's what you try fair for not to that they would they look up to. Be very constructive in the things that when you can and tell me. And when you tell me say this cannot work, tell me what thing will work. What's the agenda that you have and you know can work? Not just condemn and then there is no proposal. And you still say you will convince me that you can do better if you are given the opportunity. Let's be engaging constructively. Let's be looking at issues. If we are talking about like the census, if it's not working the way it should work, how would you want it to happen? Tell the public. And then the public will look at what you are saying and what is happening. And then they can see between the lines. Talk about what they are not even talking about the bill that is in parliament. That's the frustrating thing. They are not going out to their people and explain to them this thing that is there, which is going to be the law that is going to guide the electoral process. And the people don't know. And when they don't know, anything where anybody will first go reach to them or where now the highest bidder will go give more. And then therefore go further.
All right, everyone. Now we can quickly to Thomas Dixon as we wrap up the program now. So much we don't discuss this morning. So much of pointers them and what citizens for really look forward to.
A citizen for look forward to having an electoral system we enhance them for let them votes be counted. An electoral system we transparent. Citizens they also get to look towards messaging. How waiting at the message where political parties or candidates and they come with to them. But you have mentioned about the town hall, and I need for the states made position now about the town hall. Any opportunity for let government, the president or ministers talk to citizens, a laudable opportunity. But any interview where they interview the president, where the chief propagandist, and the interview of the government, and the interview the president, in media we call them masturbation. So I be masturbation and not go and for go too profane. So what you happen at McKinney, whereas it is very good. But where you have the Minister of Information serving as an anchor, is the chief propagandist of the government, serving as an anchor, and not just for that program, even in UK, it is not a way of educating the people. It's masturbation. So you might as well find an independent person, not just journalist, somebody independent. You might as well get and prep the president well, get and the questions what you think say for ask the president. But the fact that it's independent give a different vogue, it give a different flair to the not that the president is afraid of facing. He has faced independent person once. Remember the Sarah I discussion faced Umar Fofana as an independent anchor. Again, another thing where I think say we in terms of town hall, where I think say government, the presidency lacking press conference. I'm not sure in the 8 years of the president whether he has done press conference with the media in radio. He has visited individual radio station. I could remember when he 3 years in power. But in terms of organizing a press conference on, let's say, for example, my priority, my focus area, when I can ask me question, we are going to discuss this, and the president will be there to answer questions. You go now, other democracy, every month, some quarterly. The president get time. Yeah, every day the president get time for answer questions of journalists. So that's on the side. But I think say overall on elections and this idea of people voting, the voting pattern, it may not change soon. Not to tell you they change soon. Because I don't tell you in developed democracy if you get voting pattern. But we therefore make people understand, particularly when at the media. It may be resource driven. We get for make people understand, see, you vote now power, and you not just get vote because that man now you tribe man, or that man now come on the division. You get for vote because you get for look at your needs. If you know they vote, if you know they look at your needs, look at you picking them. We don't born. Whose country where you go out for left to you picking them? That is very, very important. But as I said, there is hope. The hope where they we have mentioned 1996, what we saw with UMPP, 2000 and PDP. So the point that even the APC supported the SLPP, that is, most people don't know. In 1996, the APC supported the SLPP because they knew if they support the UMPP, they would have died. They would don't die. APC for don't die.
All right.
So they supported the SLPP.
All right.
So in 2007, we saw what happened with PMDC. PMDC, because they did lots. And it was constituency-based election. They get multiple seats. We also saw what happened in 2018 with NGC. So there are glimmer that this thing can happen. It will take time. Maybe it might not be in with time. Maybe it can be with time with the new generation of people. Just that suddenly, as I say, we own Gen Z them. They are infected. They are into drugs. Nothing. Whereas others are into innovation. Others are into thinking properly. Because any mind we know they think, not dead mind. We young people, we Gen Z them. They are left, they're not left, they're not for think.
So quickly, we don't discuss around the voting pattern. But quickly, let's look at how this voting pattern don't affect development.
Well, it don't affect development when the politicians them they know they need do more. They are not doing more, they are complacent. And complacency will creep in. After 5 years, I'll go back to them. I talk Mindio, I talk Timini. Then go vote, or I talk Kono, I talk Limba, then go vote for me. I mean, people there. Even if they put me in a power, if in terms of accountability, people then go enough for me. Then go serve as human shield for shield me. And not go be accountable. I'm a tribesman then. So there is complacency in delivery.
If it's not responsible, like APC, they say they focus on the north. They will accept, they say they focus on the program.
Yes. I saw a post by Keketoma where he mentioned bridges where this government on bill about 23. He mentioned a different area, so I count them. So you see the unequal distribution of the bridges. We are in the south. Get more, particularly Pujon Diski, get more about 60% of the bridges than any other part of the country. I make mention within our group, I make mention known to have. That's just an example. Say no, well, I concentrate development to be people there. They want and then go vote for me. But even at that, I think we need, if we're not able to bring this country together, any leader, the reason why I make cooking, we always say Pakaba succeed. Because you're able to bring it together. Yeah, again, your own challenges. But when you bring people in together, we all see yourself as part of the nation state. We only work towards development. But if you see somebody begin to say, they isolate me because of my surname, and I'm not responsible for my surname. I'm not responsible for my tribe. If I'm Dixie, not to me say, let me papa born me. Not to me say, let them born me as alone. That should be respected. My surname not for the time also at the work. So again, I make government no want for the private sector because in the West and other parts of the world, where people they get choices, the private sector they employ no care whether I vote for you or not vote for you. I vote for this government, I don't care because at the end of the day, my job, me bread and butter, not in the hands of government. Yeah, government they stifle private sector development.
All right. Next, I believe if we left film, we'll go on and on. Well, it's been an amazing conversation. We'll get Reverend James Lahai. We're not the electoral experts. They don't see elections. Not only Sierra Leone, across the region. We also get Thomas Dixon, a now journalist who himself don't cover elections. He don't report on elections. Very much affair with the political history of Sierra Leone, how the voting pattern they don't turn like. Well, Liberty TV go continue for set the agenda as to say this not a public interest platform. All we conversation go centered around setting the agenda for una the people, or they bring analysts them we can explain the issues them. It left una now for make una decision. As we say, you only get this power in 5 years. If you see sleep now you and after the 5 years, you know, make a wise decision, it will take another 5 years again before you get the power for vote. But according to Dixie, say someone go even afraid for go vote because they consider say if somebody there for protecting votes or if then they counting votes. So we just there so for set the agenda. Watch Liberty TV, you only trusted public interest media platform. Well, as soon as see the trailer very soon, or they start another program we call Media Trends. Also how they bring counsel now analyst them. We get wealth of experience in the media. We go sit down with Mabel Kaba every Wednesday in the afternoon for unpack the big stories them, analyze them unfiltered, just tell una as them be. So we they introduced on a few more things them just for keep una informed about the current issues them leading to 2028 elections. Now on Wednesday we get a radio speech marathon on FGM. As we all know, the ECOWAS ruling on FGM they are out now. So Liberty TV they partner with Purposeful for bring on a speech marathon. We go give on a clear indication about the effect of FGM to women. They bring come psychosocial counselor them, or they bring come medical doctor, or they bring come legal people them, and even people who don't become victim and survive FGM, or they bring come anti-FGM campaigner them. Just forget a 2 hours speech marathon on the effect of FGM. So if you dey watch, you get a personal story where you want for share, you know how let them see you face, or you know how let somebody recognize your voice. Reach out to we on the number +23274 200 545 on WhatsApp. We will take your story. Will they clone your voice or block your face for you? If finally people in the hear them story there where they affect women them, where they go through FGM, where then they call the Bondo Society. So on Wednesday we get a speech marathon in partnership with Purposeful for bring calm to us some of the issues there and raise awareness about the effects of FGM to women them. And don't forget Trends with Mabel Kaba, they come out very soon. And we'll continue to introduce more programs building up to 2028 elections as we want to set the agenda and get an informed citizenry where they go to the ballot box and make informed decision. Well, now they end this edition of the Breakfast Show. Many thanks to Thomas Dixon and Reverend James Lahai we joined with this morning. Many thanks to Musa Saokoma and Michael Ayeno Conte. We support for bringing this edition come to you. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say watch Liberty TV throughout the day as we get very interesting content that will they produce for now.
Mina Alex Lawrence Koma, they wish you a blessed day.
Leoneans, dirty must go. And just like how for property rates and business license, FCC not the deal with cash, the service providers themselves on behalf of FCC not the deal with cash. So for you dirty must go, if you did any sign of return except the Central Business District when at Block 6, you did use the Smart Cities app. If you did at Block 6, you did use the Dirty Box app. Dirty must go, cashless.
City castle and they want to Fitika sulele wanuna Kisoya se Kanselo zense Pikame
The world dey move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things dey happen, but wetin actually you dey look for? Interesting story dem dey na the social media wey dey shape your life. So, not wetin dey happen na the problem, but how e dey affect you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we dey bring you the real story dem behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen to we every day. We dey dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation with me and my panelists them. 12 o'clock every Wednesday na all the Liberty Online TV platform them.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.